Hello, beautiful people. Honest Am here, the creator and writer of the Honesty Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I am here for another daily motivational video where we use the tarot to become the alchemist of our life. A little bit about me. I do not just use the tarot. I use God and cusses in the same sentence, and I may mispronounce some things, but if it does not stop Charlamagne the God, and go stop me. All right, y'all. Angel number 23. Let's get into it. Now, what messages do you have for us to become the alchemist of our life, to help create heaven on earth, or just to do magic in public? God, messages do you deem ready for us to hear at this time? Please deliver these messages to me and for me as soon as possible. 2 cards, please. One more. Ooh. I like it. Angel number 54. Make sure you check out the description box below. Ooh, shit. Check out the description box below. There are always additional information as well as angel messages, as well as information about me, honestlysis.com. If you ever want to support or contact me, donate, all of that information is down in the description box below. Shout out to my admin for sending me a little donation. It made me feel so great. So thank you. All right. Abundance and spontaneity. Right away, we have this message of abundance, angels raining down, and spontaneity. We have this angel dancing. And the message that I get right away is that do not be surprised when abundance start raining down. Angel number 141, like, yeah, that's what I got. Let's clarify this message. God, clarify this message of abundance and spontaneity. What are you trying to get us to understand? I also feel like he's saying when you release control of how you get the vision to come about and you just allow God to just take control and you like, okay, God, I give it to you. That's how the abundance come in. That's how the blessing happen. That's how the random miracles occurs because you're no longer so dead set on things being your way. All right, God, clarify this message of abundance and spontaneity. What are you trying to get us to understand? Okay. What came out for abundance, we have the 9 of Wands. And I feel as though the 9 of Wands, every time I see this card, I just see somebody that's very guarded, that's very protected, somebody who's been through a lot of stuff. And so they are just like prepared and ready to go to battle. And I kind of feel like the reason why this message is coming out under abundance is because God is trying to get you to understand that all of the hard work, all of the things that you've been through, angel number 306, is really has been happening for you to get to this moment of abundance, to reach this moment of enlightenment so that you can get to the abundance that's for you. But sometimes because of how this world is set up, we take things personal. And we're fearful, and we don't do things because of our fears, and we keep ourselves caged in. I'm also getting that message of sometimes because we've been through a lot of stuff, we automatically think the worst case scenario. And when you're thinking the worst case scenario, angel number 340, you're not allowing the best case scenario to come in. You're not allowing for the abundance to come in because you get what you believe, you get what you put your attention in. And so if you're just always in this fearful place, if you're always waiting for the other shoe to drop, if you're just always on guard, then how can you accept the abundance to come in your life? Because you're showing the signals that you're sending to God and the universe is that you don't trust and that you're not safe. So God is telling you, drop your guard, know that you're capable of encountering any obstacles that's come about, but there's no need for you to be so guarded and to be so protected. The worst part is behind you. And so God is saying, really open your arms up and get ready for this abundance that's about to come in your life. Angel number 420. The other message that came out with spontaneity is the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords is all about communication, and we see this enlightenment here, so it's like maybe a spark, a brand new communication. I kind of feel like the message that comes to me, or what I feel like God is trying to get across, is that once you let your guard down, once you completely surrender to, not even like surrender, because I feel like sometimes we use that word so much, but once you just put in your mind that you decide that God has my best interest for me, and that God is for me and the universe is for me. And so there's no need for me to be worried or to be protected or to be guarded. When you do that, some type of spontaneous new blessing, new communication is going to come in. This communication could be about a job. This new communication could be just about maybe a new relationship, maybe by you dropping your guard, maybe someone, by you dropping your guard mentally and emotionally, maybe that can, you send that signal to the universe that you're ready for someone new, and then somebody new come into your life to communicate. Because also here we have this King of Pentacles, and this King of Pentacles is just someone who is very grounded. We see the city in the backdrop. We see he's laid back. I always think about those like those like young Silicon Valley kids, like, somebody that's really young but wise. Young, wise, is in alignment and knows how to self-sustain. And I feel like that's where God is trying to get you to this place, to where you feel that you are abundant, to where you can die to this cycle of, feeling like you have to be on guard. And he's really trying to unite you to the love that is for you. But in order for that to happen, you have to make that decision. And so to come back to this King of Pentacles, that's why God is saying you need to drop your guard, because you're not allowing things to come in because you're so worried. You're trying to protect yourself. But once you die to that cycle of feeling like you need to protect yourself, and you just know that you're naturally abundant just because of the being you are, then the new communication come in. Then this justice will finally, be due, and everything can balance out. But I really feel like what God is asking, in order for you to get the love, to get the life, to get the abundance that you need, there's a need for you to kind of drop your guards. And it's a need for you to decide, what do you believe to be true? What do you believe to be true about God for you? Like, what is your truth to God? Do you believe that God is going to answer your life? Do you believe that, everything that you've been through, though you had a big past, is preparing you for this new beginning and this fresh new start? Like, it's a decision that you need to make. God is telling you to look at the truth of your situation. Have you been guarded? Have you been making decisions out of fear? Have you been defensive? You say that you want love, but have you been allowing love to come in? And if you have not been allowing love to come in, or you have been guarded, God is saying to die to that cycle so that you can reunite with the love and everything that's for you. Very beautiful message. All right, God. Angel number 757. Now, I give us a message to clarify this message of abundance and spontaneity with the Nine of Wands with the Ace of Swords, God. What are you trying to get us to understanding about dying to this cycle of being guarded and being defensive, and really just uniting with this energy of love so that we can meet with the blessings and the fresh new beginnings that you have with us? God, what do we need to make a decision on so that we can feel abundant and feel capable of getting our just due? God, I ask that you just give us 2 tools to make it as clear as possible. I can't make this stuff up. What I say, 2 tools? I can't make it up. And so the 2 tools that God gave us that falls right under lovers and with abundance and the 9 of Wands, my what is need not to influence my what is becoming. You're so on guard because you're looking at your life as where it is right now instead of focusing on where you're going. The past is done. Like, you don't even need to think about that no more. You need to just be focused on where you're going. I heard a quote and a saying from Joey Badass today. And he said that your life right now is nothing but a reflection of your past thoughts. And so if you want your life to change, the first thing you have to do is change your thoughts. And when you change your thoughts, you also have to change the way that you speak to yourself and the way that you move. And if you move in this energy and love, and if you trust God, and if you feel abundance, and if you feel like wealth is your birthright, then you wouldn't feel the need to be so protective. You wouldn't feel the need to be so on guard. Even if somebody do you wrong, even if somebody show their true colors, you know that it's ultimately happening for the greater good, right? DMX, I keep seeing this thing that's circling around with DMX on Drink Champs. And he was saying, trust people to be who they are because it takes too much energy to do otherwise. See, that's the problem. We are so on guard. We are so untrusting of each other that we don't realize that our untrusting and our unguardedness is actually blocking all the things that we want. You've been hurt in your past relationship, and so you feel like, I got to protect my heart. I can't trust nobody. But then how is that allowing the love that you really want in? So the person who is for you, he can't get in because you're so defensive. But if you just look at your past relationship for what it is, for what it taught you, for it giving you a new way of communicating, this new enlightenment that it gave you, and then moving on and using that information to build yourself up, but we don't do that. Instead, we harden our heart. Everything are these relationships, heartbreaks, disappointment. It's just all to help us become better. We have to understand that in the Bible, it says Romans 8:8. I keep bringing this up, so I think we're going to have to go to it. Scripture, this is so funny. I just literally opened my Bible app and it went right here, angel number 1130. Scripture reassures us, no one who trusts God like this, heart and soul, will ever regret it. It's exactly the same no matter what a person's religious background may be. The same God for all of us, acting the same incredibly generous ways to everyone who calls out for help. Everyone who calls help God gets help. Romans 10:13. That's the Message version. I was looking for something else, but that says it right there. No one who trusts God with this heart and soul will ever regret it. See, the problem is you're looking for these blessings, you're wanting abundance, but yet your energy, but you're still trying to protect yourself. You're asking God, please God, protect me, please God, but then you're like, when stuff starts changing, you're trying to hold on, you're trying to defend it instead of just being like, okay, maybe this is a part of the answer to the prayer. See, you have to make this decision on if you're really, truly going to trust God, or are you going to pretend? You can do it every once in a while. But becoming the alchemist, to truly become the alchemist, is to trust God. And trust me, I have literally written this in my journal so hard. Trust is literally the only requirement for this walk with God. Yet, trust is so hard to do when you've had a life of not being protected, listen to me. I just recently went to Florida, and I'm telling y'all, I had so much drama leading up to me going there, and I was damn near about to cry when I finally got into this damn Uber. And this man, the first thing he said to me, y'all, he was just like, I was just like, oh, I'm just happy to be here. And he was like, you a woman of faith? Like, that's the first thing he said. This little white man, little scraggly old white man. And he ministered to my soul. It was like God put him right there to tell me, like, what you tripping for? You told me you gonna walk with me, right? You told me that this is what you want, right? So why are you getting mad when things get a little rocky? Why are you starting to get defensive? Why are you feeling like you need to fight? Why you feel like you can't trust me when things start getting crazy? And I told him, and I'm like literally about to cry in this car. I'm telling this man, like, how can I trust this unknown father figure that I've never met when the father figure that I have on earth, I can't even trust? How can you believe that this power beyond you is going to protect you and nurture you when your own family don't do it? Right? And he told me, he said, hey, but I want you to really think about it. Has he ever let you down? And when I really sat there and I thought about it, and I thought about my life, and I thought about like the times where I like really wanted something and I didn't get it. And I even thought about that, and I'm just like, damn, like, my parents, 'cause, 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 They've hurt me so bad. Okay. I just want to say to you that I get it, bro. Like, I so get it. Because it's hard out here. It's so hard to try to make something of yourself and you have no fucking examples. It's so fucking hard to make something of yourself and you ain't got nobody motivating you, nobody giving a fuck about what you doing, nobody. See, it's so funny. Everybody talk about, oh, my haters, the haters. What about when ain't no fucking body there? Ain't nobody rooting you on. Ain't nobody telling you, oh, you can do this. You have to fucking motivate yourself. What about that? But nobody talks about that shit. Everybody want to get on to, oh, my parents, but what about the people that ain't got no fucking parents? So they just can't make it? And so it's like my mission and my thing to be like, bro, I don't give a fuck where you come from. You can make it. And sitting in that man car, sitting talking to that white man in fucking Florida, the racist fucking place in the world, he spoke to me and he let me know I'm good. Let me turn around and put money in my pocket. He put money in my pocket. And you think that you, and my thing is, you probably look at that like, oh, you know, he was just, no, y'all, that's God. That is God. I have been on this journey for fucking 7 years and it felt like everything that I loved, everything that I cling to was taken from me. And the one time I have called myself doing something for myself, and I got resistance after resistance after resistance. And I feel like God felt me being like, bro, like God felt me like, I'm going to snap. Like, I'm not going to, like, God, but it's so funny because it's like my ego was so hurt, but my heart was just like, it's going to be okay. That's why I say it can be a mustard seed. God is big enough for our doubts. God can step in for our doubts. That's why you can keep that little thing, it's the mustard seed, because he know this shit is fucking hard. It's hard trying to make something of yourself when you ain't got shit. No examples, no mentors, no nothing. And the mentors that you thought you had, it's hard. That's all I want you to get you to know. I want you to understand. I have 171 videos on here. I'm not doing this shit with fucking a guarantee on my back. Like, when I speak so confidently and so surely about stuff, it's because I am living this shit. I am testing these theories. I am putting these tools to work. And so I say all of that to let you know that I may not have a relationship with my parents and my family. I may not have the friends that I want. But I'm telling y'all, as God as my witness, the moment that I stop moving in fear, the moment that I stop being like, everything is against me, I'm not here. I literally told God, I'm too fucking sensitive for here. He said, no, you're not. You're exactly how you're supposed to be. I created you and I made you the way that I made you for a reason. I put you through everything that you've been through for a reason. And when I realized that, when I realized all this shit that I've been through in my childhood, or the way that I talk, the way that I communicate, the way that I love, the way that I nurture, that's all because of that bad shit that I've been through. I am who I am today because of that shit that I've been through. I literally sat there and was like, fuck, I'm going to be a billionaire just off of me learning how to pull myself out of some shit because nobody else is telling nobody it. And so I'm telling you, you have to make a decision on if you're really going to trust him. earlier this week, both of my devotionals, 2 different devotionals from 2 different people, one from a black woman and one from a white woman, 2 totally different people, both of them on the same day said that you cannot serve 2 masters. And I didn't understand that for a long, long time. You know, I always thought that's like, I didn't get that. But what ended up happening is I started moving throughout that day. And I realized that, oh, I can't be in front of y'all saying, I trust God, I believe in God, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm over here fucking a nigga on the side out of fear. How that work? I can't say that I love God and I trust God, but I'm hanging out with people just because I don't want to be alone. How that work? So it's like, if God is telling you to go down a certain path, no matter how scary it is, take your ass down that path, because you don't know what's on the other side. You don't know what blessing is going to lead you. And honestly, I swear to God, like speaking to y'all and thinking about the interaction that happened in Florida, it's like, I will never doubt him. Why would I ever doubt him? If he could do something that small in my life to just come out and be like, boo, stop crying about your fucking car, you're going to be good, and it's your number 2130, then what other amazing things he can do? And that ain't just the one thing. My thing is, you need to ask him, God, show me without a doubt, because I feel like I'm dealing with somebody who's on the fence. You believe in it sometimes, but you don't really believe in it. I make you feel good about it, but then you get in your life and you don't believe in it. You have to ask him yourself. I've been where you are. And I asked him, I said, look, God, I've been seeing a lot of white people do this. Let me see people in my color. Let me see people like me, talking like me, moving like me, and then I believe it. And do you know what God did? Delivered. My friend, a girl that I don't even talk to no more, randomly sent me this email. It was like, hey, Amber, I know you into this type of stuff. I go spend a whole weekend with nothing but black and brown people. We sitting in somebody's house. It's only 10 of us. But I spent a whole weekend and I didn't know nobody in that fucking room. I wasn't connected to nobody in that room. Is that God? So I tell you, if you don't believe, if you keep going back and forth, ask him. Tell him, I need to know without a shadow of a doubt that you real. I need to know that you really trying to fuck with me, God. And you can talk to him like that because he created you. That's the problem with the churches and all this other bullshit. God created us. He know how to fuck we talk. He not up here like, oh my God. Oh my God, did she say God and cusses in the same sentence? No, he like, that's my boo. Go off. It's just like, I think it was what was it, Eddie Murphy, one of them was like, I know God be like, look at that crazy ass nigga. Like, look who I created. Like, he created us. And the only way that he can truly show his power in this world is through us. Is by us accepting that. My what is need not to influence my what is becoming. What is has no bearing on what is coming unless you are continually reiterating the story of what is. By thinking and speaking more of how you really want your life to be, you allow what you are currently living to be a jumping off place for that and so much more. But if you predominantly speak of what is, then you jump off, but you jump off of more in the same. And so I remember one time in my journey, I was so fucking frustrated. Like, why am I still in corporate America? Why am I still doing this? But guess what, y'all? That's because every fucking day I was waking up like, well, I don't work. I don't want to work. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Why am I still here? Every day focusing on that. And I'm telling you, this is why this channel is here. So to document, I changed my focus and my energy is different. I move differently. I speak differently. I wake up differently. I go to sleep differently. Nigga, I was waking up in the middle of the night last night, scribbling shit in the middle of the night. Like, I sleep with fucking cue cards in a pen by my notepad, by my desk now. I wake up, I go to sleep exhausted, not because no fucking job stressing me out, but because of the shit, the energy that I'm putting into myself. I wake up excited, not because of this job or anything I have to do, but because of what I am building for myself. And so, no, I haven't had the job yet. I haven't got the money offer that I wanted. I haven't gotten the partnership deal I wanted. I haven't even won the fucking fellowship that I want. But guess what? It don't matter. It's coming because I feel it. And it ain't even gotta come because I feel differently now. You see what I'm saying? We keep getting so caught up in the future, but we have to get here now. I have a rule. I don't care what nobody said. You know, I used to complain about my job so much, but low key, it's the perfect fucking job. Because while everybody got to spend 100% of their effort, 115%, I can spend 30, 40, 50% of my effort and work on my shit on the side. I was so mad at my job because I'm like, they don't utilize me. They don't see how smart I am. And then I was just like, fuck y'all. I'm going to go build my own shit. And then when I become famous and a billionaire, you can sit up there and realize like how you was sleeping on this billionaire and this smart ass girl the whole time. While you spend your time trying to belittle me, when I go and build my own shit, you're going to be looking like, oh, and then you'll get a cliff. You won't even get mentioned in my shit. So again, your what is need not influence what you becoming. Why are you worried about that job if you don't even want to be there? Use it for what it is, a paycheck. But you need to be, if you are on a job for 8 hours a day, then 2 to 3 hours a day, you need to be working on your own shit. Whether that is, and working on it is not you physically doing. That could be you looking at a YouTube tutorial. That could be you doing a masterclass. This is not an ad, but I feel like you should use masterclass only if you have an idea in mind. So if you are a creative, if you're working on a book idea, I would say then, you know, you have a solid idea for a book and you just like, I need some help, then go get a masterclass. But if you're just trying to figure it out, go look at a community service class or something like that. But the excuse of you figuring I ain't go to school for something, like that's not even, like if somebody say that to me nowadays, I would just look at them like, what, bitch, you lazy hoe? Like, you're lazy. Who gives a fuck? I didn't go to school for web design, but I made my own website. My money isn't everything, but money isn't everything, but angel number 2724. You are right when you think money isn't everything. You certainly do not need money to have joy in your experience. But in your society, where so much of what you live is tied to money in some way, most of you associate money with freedom. And since freedom is your basic tenet of your well-being, then coming into alignment will help you establish a balanced feeling that will be of value to you in all other aspects of your experience. So I know you're probably asking me, and what is need not to influence my what is coming? What that got to do with money? Like, now where we going? The reason why you don't take risks, the reason why you don't try stuff is because you say, oh, I got to make a living. I got to survive. Girl, that's the worst shit they ever taught us. It's like, that's the lie we got from slavery. We got to survive. Anyways, the reason why God wants you to get your idea with money together, because if you can trust God to provide your day to day, then you can trust God for the bigger things. So I used to have this big thing about, I just used to have a really big thing about money. Like, my mom had money issues. My mom's a gambler. Like, so I used to always like, I don't want to be like my mom. And that's also something like, you be like, I don't want to be like my mom. I don't want to be like my mom. And guess what? You're going to be like your mom. And so that ended up happening to me. And so I had to really work through my money issues and what is my relationship to money? Because you have to realize, like, when you are, and I get this, when you come from poverty, you want to have it. But it's like, I used to get, when my bank account got to a certain number, like $100 or so, I would be stressed the fuck out. Like, oh my God, I'm broke. Oh my God, what's going to happen? Da, da, da. And that's because, like, that's this mindset. And if you feel that way, then again, that's not abundance. Like, how can you bring abundance in? And so what God is saying is that maybe you should do some sleep hypnosis tracks. Maybe you should really get your, I don't know. Like, I just feel like with this money isn't everything, but coming out of spontaneity and the Ace of Swords, what God is saying is that, yeah, money isn't everything. You shouldn't be making decisions based on money. You shouldn't be trying to have a certain career because of the money aspect of it. Yes, God is in agreement with that. But he's also trying to get you to understand that he recognizes that money is important. And he recognizes that this world is ruled by money. And so what God is telling you is that because he knows that you need to have money to provide for your family and all that stuff, if he's giving you an idea, or if he's telling you that you can live a certain type of life or you should go this certain type of way, he's also telling you, I'm going to provide for you. That's why a lot of us fuck up with, as soon as we get this big idea, we think we need to make this big leap of faith, and you go run and make this big leap of faith, and then you're mad at God because you're like, it didn't work out. But it's because God knew where you were when you made that prayer. So you need to just do, it always comes back to doing what you can do on a daily basis. So God is saying, if you're worried if your family is not going to be taken care of, or if you're not going to make enough money in this endeavor, maybe it's something that you want to do that you don't even know how to make money from it. I also feel like we're moving into this place where there's going to be new industries and trailblazers that are going to arise because God is, he's calling his children. He's calling us to step up. And so God is saying, don't worry about how to make money out of it. Don't worry. Look, this is just like for this channel. He's like, don't worry about all that. You just focus on doing what you need to do to make yourself feel better, to make yourself be the king of pentacles, to get the wealth that you deserve. Angel number 3131. But ultimately, it's up to you to make this decision, because that's at the center of everything. It's all of you. Are you going to make a decision to be abundant, to trust God, to, provide, to come into harmony with love, or, are you going to stay in limbo? Like, that's really, the choice is really yours. All right, God. One final message. All right, our final message is going to come from the Black Angel cards. All right. My what is need not influence my what is becoming. Money isn't everything. The Lovers of Death. 9 of Swords, making a decision. The Ace of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. So much money out here to be made. Abundance. God, how do we get to that place of where we can know that abundance is just our birthright? How can we drop our defensive, die to this cycle, make a choice? How can we trust that if we just surrender to you, that you will deliver miracles in our life, God? God, just give us one card to just wrap this on up. Clear all confusion and doubt for my viewers' mind. All right, and our card is the Dancer. All right, let's read the Dancer. All emotional out here. You are bringing forth all that you have to offer. On the waking path, creativity flows through your blood and keeps the heart happy. You capture the spirit of all things and beings through expressing your creativity outwardly. You are always aware of what you can do and the resources around you. You move with the invisible rhythm of imagination. Living in such imagination erases the sense of limitation inside you. You are a vessel of great talent. Your originality is amazing. Your ability to manifest your dreams and visions is critical to stimulating your life. The applauses are nonstop when you move through life without worrying what others say. You, Dancer, hold your gift knowing that to judge them would be to let go of them. You remind us of the talent we carry and how to use them for community and not just for ourselves. As a dancer, you consider the realm of creation as action which brings life. Without creativity to stimulate your life, Dancer, you find it difficult to exist. You encourage authenticity by helping us to attend to our talents rather than working at mimicking others in our community, family, or in workplace. Creativity is both your magic and your mystery. Your creativity may not be understood by all, yet it is your life and nature to use your creativity to inspire. On the sleeping path, you often trip over your own feet. You tend to compare yourself to others in effort to measure your own great talent or greatness. You sometimes turn your talent into the game of competition. Your emotions hinge on whether people like your work or not. This reliance on others for validation makes you hungry for recognition, not only for your creativity, but for who you are. On the sleeping path, you can become passive. When this happens, your spirit loses its home in your disregard. To disregard others' ability more highly than your own is to turn away from yourself. In a large context, it is also a way of accepting inferiority as a way of life. Thinking small of yourself is what you might have embraced as a child in a society that mistakenly perpetuated superiority over one another. What you have to offer the world is worthy no matter what others have to say, don't say, or feel. Passivity in life without movement. To regain movement, you may have to take uncomfortable steps in bringing your creations to the world. The joy in creativity is giving birth to some expression of you. It is all worth the risk. Follow your imagination into discovering something deeply special about yourself. Welcome home your soul by releasing all that holds you back. Dance, dancer, dance. Dance, baby, dance. Whatever God has been putting on your heart, know that your what is need not to influence your what is becoming. Know that God, if He put that blessing on your heart, He knew exactly where you are when you asked for that. So there's no need for you to do anything dramatic. All you need to do is to look at the next baby step that you could take to become the alchemist of your life. We need you to bring these creations to life, because creativity is how God is able to express Himself in the world. So dance, baby, dance. All right, y'all. That's all the messages I have for you. If it was beneficial for you, please give me your key. If it was beneficial for you, please give me a thumbs up. If you really, really enjoy it, please subscribe so you will never miss out. Until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you, and never, ever let someone tell you what you cannot do. Namaste. That message made me feel good. Bye.